Hello, everybody. Welcome to Minnesota Sports HQ. I'm Ben. Yes, I'm wearing a soccer jersey, even though the Wild and Wolves played tonight. But you know what? My soccer team, Swansea, they also played, and they beat one of the best teams in the league. I'm pretty pumped, even after yesterday's Vikings game. I'm just going to try and, forget that day ever happened. And, yeah, today was a pretty good day for Minnesota sports. We had the Wild and the Wolves. So let's get straight into that, and stay tuned. Alright guys, so let's get straight into this. I'm going to start with the Wild, as they played first. They were playing the Senators, who aren't the greatest this year. They're 15-21-9. So the Wild, should have taken care of them, as we are above 500. Zach Parise scored his second goal of the year and opened the account of the game 45 seconds in, so a very quick start there. Nothing happened till about the middle of the second period, and Matt Duchene scored for the Senators. And then Zucker took the lead back for the Wild 5 minutes into the third period. And then Granlund put the nail in the coffin 10 minutes into the third with his 14th goal of the year. Now Alex Stalock gets the win, and Mike Condon gets the loss for the Senators. And, some interesting stats in this game, that's for sure. Senators had 38 shots, and the Wild had 36. The Wild did score a power play goal, and didn't allow one either. Hits and blocks were pretty even, but the Wild did have 4 giveaways in this game, so that's not great. But, you know what? Stalock was big in net, and he made key saves when it mattered. So, we get the win, and now let's see how that affects us in the standings. Well, as you can see here, we are currently one spot off the wild card race. We're tied on points with Colorado, but, of course, they have 2 games in hand. We're 1 point behind Dallas, which is actually really good. So we could easily take any of these spots. We are just ahead of the Los Angeles Kings by 2 points, but they have a game in hand, so they could catch us up. We're kind of pulling away from Anaheim and Chicago, as no longer the games in hand can help them catch up to us. And now we'll look at the division. Well, still looking pretty similar. We are in 6th, but, we can catch up to the Blues, to Dallas, to Colorado pretty easily. I think Winnipeg and Nashville are out of reach at this point, unless a serious slump happens, but we're hanging in there, and that's all that matters. So, pretty proud of the Wild for this victory. Pretty proud of Stalock, actually. I don't know, I've never really rated Stalock, but, I guess he can do the job sometimes, and that's what you need from a backup goalie, to come in strong when your starter's either tired, injured, or not playing well. So he did what we could ask for, and that's all we can really expect. So pretty proud of the Wild. Alright guys, so sorry about that. My camera just decided to stop recording. What I was going to say is that I was proud of the Wild, proud of Stalock, and we're moving up the division standings and the wild card race standings, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Now moving on to the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves played the Clippers all the way on the West Coast, which is really unfortunate for the time zone, that's for sure. We didn't have Jamal Crawford or Jimmy Butler, and the Clippers did not have DeAndre Jordan, so we were both kind of missing our stars. But the T-Wolves starters really came in clutch. Nemanja Bjelica had 18 points, Taj Gibson had 14, Karl Anthony Towns had 11 with 17 rebounds. Jimmy Butler had 40 points, or I'm sorry, Andrew Wiggins had 40 points. It's a little after midnight. That West Coast time zone really screws with you when these games finish. And Jeff Teague had 30 points. Our bench only had 13 points, which really kind of stinks. But when your 5 starters score more than 100, you're usually in pretty good shape. The Clippers had a little more luck from their bench. Blake Griffin had 32 points, of course, he did. And off the bench, Lou Williams had 20, and Montrezl Harrell had 23. So their bench, scoring over 50 points, but didn't matter as DeAndre Jordan wasn't there to slam home some of those rebounds. And this game was pretty big. I mean, we were playing one of our kind of rivals for the playoff spots. I mean, it's not like they're really close to us, but it was a nice win to kind of solidify our spot as, a good team in the conference. I mean, we have a really good record against the Western Conference. That's pretty good. But of course, we don't have the greatest record against the Eastern Conference, even though we have beaten the Cavs this year. Yeah, that makes sense. So now, let's see how that affects the standings. Well, the T-Wolves are still moving, still making their way up to the top. We do take possession of that third spot in the Western Conference. San Antonio hasn't played. So for right now, we have a half a game lead over them, which is actually really nice. I mean, we're only 4 games off of Houston for the second spot. I mean, obviously, we're still 7 games behind the Warriors, but we really moved up 3.5 games ahead of OKC, 4.5 ahead of New Orleans, 11.5 up on Portland, and then obviously we just beat the Clippers, who are now in 8th, and they are a full 6.5 games behind us now, so we're looking good to make the playoffs. I'm pretty proud of this win too. I thought our guys played well. Really proud for not having Jamal Crawford or Jimmy Butler playing. So, about a 7-minute video today. We only have the Gophers basketball tomorrow, so I think I'm going to include my Crashed Ice vlog with that, and hopefully you all enjoy that. I'm going to edit this video real quick, try and get it up as soon as I can, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, everybody.